Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is actually a new thing for us. We are doing a Supercross recap. So, myself, we brought in HDood, legendary photographer, and of course Miriam down at the end. We're here. We are 2 weeks in. We are A1 and Oakland so far. Miriam, was that a fart?
No, sir.
Okay. Just making sure. Because if it was, I'll grab
Remember
a
this
mask.
whole editing conversation? Just get to it, dude. Fuck.
Alrighty, Miriam. So after the first 2 weeks, what's been your take? What are the vibes? 250 class, Christian Craig's kind of killing it. 450 class, it's been a little bit all over the place. Let's start with Anaheim 1. What did you take out of Anaheim 1?
Anaheim 1, Ken Roxon was on rails. He looked really good. He was super consistent in the 450 class. Sexton, I feel like, was the standout of Anaheim 1. He just he kind of struggled staying off the ground. I don't know, man. And Sexton kind of, I feel like he's his own worst enemy. Mentally, just, not that, I don't want to say he's predictable, but he kind of is in a way. Like, he's by far got the speed. I don't know. It seems like there's just a little immaturity in some of the decisions he makes on the bike. A lot of them are mistakes, but he crashed at A1 I think in the corner or something like that. Can't really remember. Braces kind of blend together.
Too long ago.
Yeah. But then right after that, he ended up crashing again in the whoops because I feel like he was over trying. But like I said, Roxon was on rails. He looked good. I was impressed with Anderson if he didn't get taken out by Bam Bam.
A lot of controversy around that. Now we are a couple weeks past that already, so we don't have to spend too much time on it. But what was your opinion on the Barsha Anderson takeout?
I like to look at both sides of the picture, and I don't want to hate on Bam Bam, but I thought that was bullshit in the moment. The thing is the dude just, I don't know. Some of the decisions he makes are just, I'm not really a fan of. But you can't knock that. The motherfucker just wants to win. Mm-hmm. Or do the best he can. I thought it was a little aggressive. You could see that he dumped the clutch and kind of accelerated. I feel like. At the wrong time, and he was aiming for Jason. That was all there was to it. But I like the way Jason responded, and I loved the way that Barsha responded by buying the Team Fried merch and stuff. That was cool. That kept it light, and that's how it should be. Round one grudge holding, like, that would be that'd be stupid. It's a long season.
HDood, what is your take on that situation? You being a Team Fried member, were you pretty pissed?
I was fired up at first, but, looking at it, Barsha would have done it to anybody. Well, any racer would have made that pass, that way. Mm-hmm. And Jason even said it, it's just racing. And, yeah, it was a little aggressive, but everybody knows Barsha's an aggressive rider, and everybody there knew that was coming as soon as he went for the inside on that, coming out of that rhythm section, going in. But... No, I thought I wasn't super fired up because it's racing, and I don't even think he really made contact that super crazy.
Yeah, it's not like he was super physical about it.
Yeah, it was just everybody was fired up because it was Barsha.
Yeah, it was a little odd that Barsha literally said before A1, I don't want to be Bam Bam anymore. I don't want to hit people to get by, and then. Not to talk shit, but he literally didn't do that at all. He took Marvin out in the heat and then took Anderson out in the main.
It's part of his racing.
Yeah.
He's a racer.
Yeah. And like I said, you can't knock that the dude is willing to do whatever it takes. And honestly, I feel like that's a good level of selfishness that you have to have at that level.
Yeah.
And he'll do whatever it takes. But Marvin did the same thing to Mookie. And I'm pretty sure, was it Mookie or Mookie did it to Jason in the heat?
Yeah.
So it's and literally in the same fucking corner,
yeah.
All three.
Yeah.
So everyone did it to each other, but everyone gets a little more it's Barsha. So what the fuck? But at the same time, like you said, he'd do it to any one of the riders. and any one of the riders in that situation might have done it back. It's the first race. Everyone's hyped. And
Yeah.
Fire.
you know what I mean? It'll. I feel like Barsha will be a little more mellower than normal.
Yeah. The track was kind of set up to do that, though. The track wasn't set up for clean
It wasn't that
passes.
easy to pass.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, and everyone was pretty much doing the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
You had to get aggressive, you know, and I don't know. I just, like I said, don't want to spend too much time on it. I just felt like the acceleration halfway through the corner was just kind of like there's only one way for someone to go, and it's up in the corner. Like you're going in the top box. But like I said, I love the way Jason handled it. Just Barsha responded perfectly. So I feel like Oakland was no issue with them.
No.
Jason came out and absolutely fucking laid it down in
Yeah.
Oakland. I was stoked to see that.
We'll get into that. We'll 250 class Anaheim won. Again, everybody's coming out firing. I think the top hitters are probably Christian Craig, Hunter Lawrence, Joe Schmoda, Hammaker,
Should have been Colt Nichols.
Colt
That
Nichols,
was heavy.
and
That was
then Marchbanks. I would consider
Yeah.
in that crowd. And Mosman. Actually, more stacked than what I
Than what it
initially
seems.
thought.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, not a super good night for Colt Nichols.
No, that was a bummer, especially being, reigning East Coast champ. You switch to the West, like big goals, and, he wanted to win a West Coast title. I think there's only been a couple people to ever win both. And I saw him at the test tracks and stuff. He looked good. Like, Colt's fucking, there's a reason he's last year's champion.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it happened, it was just shitty. It was violent. Like
It was.
the crash didn't look like too bad. Yeah. And he ended up breaking, arm and wrist on separate sides. But I didn't even realize until I think it was a few days ago that he got burnt. And I saw the picture today, and it was bad.
Yeah.
Like it is a really bad burn.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. I like the foot peg. Lucky that didn't go into him.
Yeah.
How do you think he would have did if he didn't crash?
It would have been him and Craig.
Yeah. It's just like last year.
100%. I think he was in the lead in his heat race.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's the same heat Craig was in, maybe, or no?
No, they might have been different heats. Because I think Christian was
Yeah, I don't remember
qualified first, and I think Colt. I don't know if he was second. I don't remember.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah.
But yeah, no, Colt, I mean, definitely podium every weekend kind of guy. I think it'd be him and Craig battling. It was really shitty to see him go out so early. But this year I still have. It's only 2 rounds in, but I have big expectations for Shimoda. He's been preseason. He looked amazing.
Yeah.
He had a really rough Oakland, but he looked good at Anaheim.
Yeah.
Hunter Lawrence came from the back and looked really good as well at Anaheim.
Same with Shimoda though. In the main, he got caught in the gate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Start and came back.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Yeah. Craig made him flinch.
So I think it worked out for one of them. But no, Christian's absolutely on frickin' rails.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know. He won the opener last year too, but I don't know. I feel like I see a different Christian Craig this year.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he's going to be.
Yeah,
a runaway.
I've read a lot of stuff on the interweb about Craig coming out strong, doing good in the beginning of the season, and then crashing and getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in the past, he even, I don't know if you saw one, he did a interview with somebody recently. I don't know if it was Swap Moto or what, but he was just saying that he's had so many injuries over his career, and that's why he's still in the 250 class, at 30 and stuff. And it's shitty that he should even have to explain himself at this point.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, I don't care how old you are. You're still going out there and fucking laying it down.
Yeah, this industry's so gnarly though. Like
Everyone wants an excuse for something.
Well, and the fans just like a lot of the fans just always kind of want something to bitch about.
Right.
Like they want something to talk shit about.
Right.
Right. So like Craig is an easy target being 30 years old in 250
Yeah.
class. But when he does break his career down, like he's really only raced a couple full seasons.
Yeah, he's had a lot of injury, and like I said though, last year he won the opener, and then I think it was Houston, the first Houston, and then him and Colt battled and stuff, but he led a lot of mains and then got past at the end, or like kind of, I don't know if he faded or what, but I mean the competition's a little different because he doesn't have Nichols there to battle with them, but like I said, Shimoda, Lawrence are legit dudes.
Right.
And Christian just looks like he has that edge on everyone. He looks different this year to me.
Yeah, his whoop speed so far this year,
Faster than any 450 guy.
Unreal.
Nobody can touch him.
Not even 450 guys.
Unreal.
Yeah,
And
him.
look at qualifying. He's like throwing, like his fastest lap is on par with the 450 guys.
Yeah, this in Oakland, his lap time was the fastest of the day until Eli's last lap of the last qualifying session
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
on a 250. And like I said, I still haven't seen anyone hit the whoops at either round faster than him on a 250.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But
Like,
I
it's
will
weird.
say, Joe Shimoda he's not the same speed through the whoops as Craig, but he's damn close.
He was hitting him really good until they swallowed him up.
Until they swallowed him.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
But I've never seen someone get up so
He
fast.
got right back up. and
Dude,
kept
it's
going.
like it never happened.
Yeah, that was.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get into that too. Let's talk about Marchbanks a little bit. He, I know there's a lot of people that didn't really consider him to be a championship guy or in the top 3 or in the discussion of it. But I think A1 he kind of showed that he's in that discussion.
Yeah.
What were your takeaways from watching Marchbanks at A1?
I was impressed at A1. Honestly, he came out hot and he almost had a podium. He had it until the very end, and it's like Hunter Lawrence passed him, but like I said, Hunter's a podium guy too, and he's on a factory Honda. Like Hunter's one of the 3. Him, Shimoda, and Craig are like the talk. I feel like Garrett's kind of that sleeper that a lot of people underestimate. But I think first race, I think he probably just got a little tight towards the end. I want to say he told me that. But I think that was like the true beginning. Like that was a good way to start the season. That's the Marchbanks you're gonna see throughout the season. Oakland, he was dealing with a lot of shit during the like the end of the week, and then on the weekend he wasn't race ready by any means. But I think he'll bounce back by San Diego, and you'll see the Garrett from A1.
Yeah, I think it also said a lot for Garrett to follow Seth for that long and not get too aggressive with him.
Right.
Because, after the McAdoo thing last year, I think everybody was kind of on the theory that
Out for PC.
everybody thought that Garrett just wanted to take anybody that was on a green bike's head off.
That ship sailed.
And I think he showed that that's not the case.
No.
I think that there were multiple points where he was faster than Seth, and he probably could have moved him out of his way and continued. But he didn't. He kept the respect there, and he didn't even want to take that chance.
Right.
So I think you're seeing a lot of maturing and a lot of growth with Garrett Marchbanks, and I think you're going to see him do really good this season.
Yeah, no, I agree. And even I talked to him in the semi at Oakland too, and he, like I said, he wasn't feeling the greatest, but it was a damage control weekend, and I said this should be the worst weekend of the season.
Yeah,
he agreed. He got 8th or 7th, I think 8th. It's not ideal. The other guys are going to be very consistent on the podium, but everyone's going to have a bad race. So he could easily slide his way up into the top 3.
Yeah, everybody knows Marchbanks is fast. Like, he's been fast his whole life. Everybody knows it. It's just he gets a lot of hate for, like, well, not really hate, but just like I feel like he feels like he was disrespected a little bit, and he's still gonna go out and try to show people that he's still fast, and that club bike can rip for sure.
Yeah. I think I don't think people have any idea that those bikes are almost as fast as all the other factory bikes out there. It's pretty impressive.
I don't know. I watched some stuff at the test track, and I didn't see no bike stood out more than the other.
No,
at the Yamaha test track. We'll say that. So I was very impressed with that. I feel like on that subject too, like when you're saying Garrett gets a lot of hate, I feel like he's just so like kind of old school and just like speaks his mind. He ain't shy.
Nope.
Like if you piss him off, he's gonna say fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Or if something's irritating him, he's gonna bring it to your attention. Like he's not one to just sit back and accept it and be like, all right, whatever, get him next time. Like, no, he's gonna let you know. And I respect that, and a lot of more people should, but that's not the way of the industry. So I feel like a lot of people do hate on that, but that's just because they're probably pissed off that they're too much of a sissy to say something.
Yeah, there's there's no sugarcoating with Marchbanks.
No,
there's
zero.
It's exactly what it is what you're going to get with him.
He's consistent though. I like that.
He's consistent,
Yep.
but I think that attitude that he has, I think can easily be taken the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to win bad. He wants to win just as bad as anybody on that gate, if not more. So, I think that tends to come out. Hush boy, what the fuck's so funny back there? Dominique Turry actually did way better than at least what I was expecting. I mean, I didn't think he was going to do bad, but he was consistently in the top 10 all day at A1.
Mm-hmm.
And in the main, I think he ended up like 8th.
Yeah, I think so.
Did he get 8th?
Yeah,
I think so.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like he was that. He's kind of that. I mean, also kind of that sleeper. Like he not that he doesn't stand out, but like he kind of just blends into the statistics, the overall, all that. But like you're like, wait, what the? Like I said, I didn't even know he got 8th. I know he did good, but that's killer.
Yeah, impressive.
It is.
So I think he's kind of on that road of like putting the pieces together and dialing in his program, and I could see him even creeping up into the top 5 as dudes start to chip away.
I could see that. I mean, dude, we're 2 rounds in, and with an exception of Nichols, everyone's there. So I don't see why, if you can get an 8th at round 2, why you couldn't creep up by the end of the year.
Right.
I could see that.
All right, so fuck A1. We'll get right into Oakland.
Oakland was a lot better. I had better perception at Oakland. I was down on the floor at Anaheim. I couldn't see shit.
Yeah. Where were you at Oakland?
In the stands.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why were you in the stands?
Because I wasn't having to mechanic down on the ground.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were a mechanic too. At Oakland.
No, thank God. I was up in the stands enjoying Supercross,
So, Oakland.
Oaktown.
Interesting town that place is, first of all.
Oakland super fucking busted. We never really want to go back there. Thank you for watching the pre-show. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
That was pretty good. Real talk. Do either of you guys see Tomac winning a race this year?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he'll probably win a race.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think he'll win multiple.
He's improving.
He, I feel like, was the fastest guy in the 450 class this weekend. He got a bad start.
I think he had the fastest
And then-
lap in the main.
He might have. And then I feel like, here's the thing with any racer. If you're behind people, if you don't make the pass within a few laps, unless you're like battling for the lead, but like if you're like where Tomac was at, everyone ahead of him, everyone was so close in times that he got stuck in the same rhythm that he was in. And I watched him try different lines, different things, and it wasn't really working. Everyone was literally going the same speed.
Yeah.
Except, I mean, Jason got out front and like he made the passes to get out front quick. And once he was out there, like he got a gap and then it was just steady.
Yeah.
Everyone settled in and was exactly the same.
Yeah.
And right at the start when Jason came out in 3rd, I think McElrath was 2nd and AC was the whole
Third,
shot.
yeah.
Like knowing what with AC banged up shoulder, like dude's riding with a grade 3 shoulder, like he has no ligaments holding his shoulder in place, so like that's gnarly. And we all know McElrath, great starter, fades a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jason made the passes quick, and after that it was kind of like, don't mess up.
Yeah.
AP was coming though.
AP was fucking coming,
AP
dude.
was
I was
ripping.
so happy to see the turnaround from
Same.
A1.
Yeah. Like,
'Cause
no disrespect.
Those are
to,
my two. I think that's both of our boys. Like,
Yeah.
those are Jason and AP.
those
the
are just
sickest
two
ones out
fan
there.
favorites anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fortunately, we know both.
No disrespect at all to AC or McElrath, but I thought the same thing. Like when I see those two up front, just obviously again AC with the injury, he's gonna
Yeah,
fall off the pace
a healthy
quick.
AC, it could
then
be a
it
different
then
story.
it could be dangerous,
It could be a
right?
different story. He's like we all know AC is one of the fastest dudes on a bike, and it just
Yeah, him healthy, I might have been like, "Fuck, this isn't good."
And it kills
But-
me to not see him healthy, dude.
Yeah,
God
it
damn, that
sucks.
kid fucking.
I know.
He's such a respectable athlete.
It'd just be sick for the class if he is healthy, because
Right.
that's another kid that can go out and fucking win races.
Oh yeah.
But right now, that he's probably going to fall off the pace.
Yeah.
And then same thing with McElrath. Like rips. He's a really good starter, but he's probably not going to run top 3 the whole race.
No.
So, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it was just me or some shit I read on the internet, but it just felt like Jason's night. I was reading on Instagram and Twitter and all that.
After that practice crash, though, I thought he might have been hurt.
Yeah, that was absurd. What was up with that?
Tough blocks.
Yeah,
they're tough.
And one thing I told Miriam this earlier. One thing I love about Jason is he will have like a goony, sketchy fucking crash.
I know.
And like of course there's always a clip of it. And most dudes, they're like, do not let anybody see that.
Delete it from the internet.
Yeah, like make sure that nobody sees this. Jason's like, slide that thing over. I'm posting it. Like, so sick how he does not give a shit. And then he goes out in the main and fucking checks out.
It was another thing. One thing that surprised me a little bit was I expected Sexton to do really well. He was ripping all day. Not sure what happened in the main, really. I heard he pulled off, but I don't know why. Do you guys know?
No. I totally
I was so excited with Jason out front. I kind of lost sight of him.
Yeah, that's the
thing. I wasn't really paying attention. I was literally watching Jason and Tomac. That's it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to watching. And there was a spot. I was actually impressed with Mookie.
Yeah.
Mookie, he must have. I missed it. I think he made a big mistake because he was on. I think he was going to pass Eli, honestly.
Yeah.
And then, Eli figured it out. But all of a sudden, Mookie lost 5 seconds on him and never regained it. I don't know if he made a big mistake or what. He must have.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sexton, I don't know, actually.
I remember seeing him. It was he pulled off in the mechanics area, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I kind of did the same thing. I was so hyped on Jason leading that I really didn't pay attention to the rest of the class, except for AP, which I've got to say I am extremely hyped for Plessinger to rebound from A1.
A1 was terrible.
A1 was horrible. I think everybody was probably like, oh God, AP switched to the KTM and he sucks.
He wasn't ready. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but
he also had that practice crash at A1 though in the whoops. And dude, you know how that shit goes.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. And not that he was, I don't know if he hurt anything specifically, but dude, that sometimes you just get rattled and it's just not your day.
Yeah.
That wasn't his day.
I did read today though that he gave a lot of credit to his success this weekend was it was his suspension.
Okay.
He made a major suspension change, I guess.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know. I don't
Probably
even
went to the
remember.
air shock.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be a great idea. But how do you see him doing the rest of the season? Do you think he'll be consistent after Oakland, or do you think he'll kind of bounce around? How do you guys see him doing?
Well, the 450s, there's 10 guys that could 10 to 15 guys that you'd be like, yeah, they could top 3 podium. They could all win a race. So it's it's gonna be tough to be a top 3 guy every week in and week out. It's just there's so many guys, but yeah, he'll be I think a top 7 guy for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
7, that's specific. No, like he said, he took the words out of my mouth. The class is so stacked. No one's going to be consistently first. Look at Webb this weekend.
Yeah.
Complete opposite from last weekend. Last weekend, if he was in second place early on in the race, he probably would have caught Kenny, honestly.
Right.
I think so. He looked really good. But Oakland wasn't really his night. What did he get, 7th?
7th or 8th.
7th or 8th. And you got second the first round. So that's what I'm saying. No one's going to be consistently up there. No one. But I do see AP always being in that mix. You're not going to see, I don't think you're going to see him in 12th place battling with, no knock at all, but Hart and Raft, any of those guys. AP is going to be battling with Tomac, Mookie, all those dudes.
Yeah.
The first class of dudes. And I definitely see him being back on the podium. And I think he could get a race win this year. I believe that, hands down.
Barsha is the most consistent with two podiums, 3.
Yeah, and he's got the points lead now.
Yeah, red plate.
That is
and that's impressive as shit, dude. Because like I said, that's consistency. Even in 2 races, that's no one who was consistent from round 1 to 2. I think he was the only one.
Yeah,
Jason was
pretty. What did he get? 5-1 or 3?
He got 10th, but he was in the top.
Even Mookie was kind of consistent.
Oh wait, Jason ended up 10th at first round.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
After the crash, yeah, but.
I had to read more statistics.
Outside of that crash, he was looking good.
That's right. Yeah, and I knew at Anaheim that Like Jason's gonna have a really good year.
Yeah.
Like I mean, obviously he won, so it's easy to say, oh, obviously no shit. But even at Anaheim, I was super impressed with his riding all day. And you know, if he didn't go down, you know, at Anaheim he would have.
Even the last thing about Jason here, like from it, like he had last year, everybody's like, oh, he can't win, he can't race, but I think he won like 9 heat races last year.
Yeah, right. And it's funny for me because I read and hear people all the time just like, you know, he's Mr. Fried. He doesn't want to race anymore. He doesn't want to put in, you know, the work to win.
He's collecting a paycheck.
Yeah, yep. That's a super common one.
That's a common one. I see that. Yeah, he is collecting a lot of them.
Yeah, he just shut all them the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because he showed a ton of fucking grit, crashing in practice, coming back out, and even in the heat, he did good, but like, who won his heat? Was it Sexton?
Sexton, I think.
Yeah, and Sexton kind of like checked out a little bit, and I was like, damn. I remember watching it and being like, shit, I hope that Anderson's not like pushing right now and he's not able to catch Sexton. I hope it's just not one of those nights. Right. And of course, it wasn't. He came out in the main and showed that he's still obviously motivated. And he was fucking pretty pumped afterwards. Like, Jason doesn't show a whole ton of emotion. And
right. He did over the finish line. He was fucking stoked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's crazy though too. Like his last race win was the year of his championship, 2018. Like that's a long ass time. But I think that I could be wrong, but I think that was the year that Bobby Hewitt left.
Yeah,
and that's when shit kind of started going south. And I just don't think he was very happy with the team. Yeah, it just the dynamic was off.
Right.
But it's cool to see. Like usually when people switch teams, like no knock, but look at Eli. Like not struggling, but just nothing like
still finding his groove.
He's still finding his groove. So to see Jason win on a new bike, first year with the team, second
gnarly,
race,
right.
like that, people don't realize how gnarly that actually is.
Right.
Like, dude, when you switch to a new bike and a new team after literally being on one team your entire career, especially like, fuck, that doesn't happen.
Right. Yeah.
So, and 2018, and then second year with a new team, and you went like that's badass.
Yeah. How about the takeouts this year? Fucking
highlight reels are going off.
The drama this year is like, I swear the PR team just brought all these guys in and are like, hey, we need storylines this year, boys. Like, you need to make some shit happen.
Entertainment.
Yeah, you guys need to
us.
Entertain.
You guys are the circus monkeys.
But no, for real. I mean, obviously, we talked a little bit about A1, Barsha, and Anderson. We talked about Barsha and Marvin a little bit. Alex Martin at A1 unfortunately got the shitty end of the stick with Cade Clayson, which is pretty interesting because they both live at Club MX together. So I don't know how that.
And Alex is on the club team. Honestly, Cade might have got kicked out of club.
No,
honestly though, like his move was aggressive, but like he actually. Like no knock to Cade, but like he executed it very well. Mm-hmm. Like it was smooth. Usually you don't see a whole lot of that.
Yeah, I think Alex was just a little bit bummed because I think he thought that he was going to get a little bit more respect.
100% being a veteran of the sport.
Exactly.
But rookie in the class. I mean, if you get treated like a rookie, I guess.
Well, and it's you know. There's just not that many spots that are open, and these guys are fighting for every spot available. So
it was good to see Big Al make the main though this weekend
at Oakland.
Yeah.
There's been some a lot of like show stealers like in some of these races with Brees at A1 making the main, and from through the LCQ, everybody just stoked.
Are you sick of going to your local motorsports store and getting ripped off? Our guys over at mxboot.com got you covered. They hooked us up with a promo code to get you guys set up with some freshies. Use code INSIDERS at checkout for 10% off your next purchase of a new or used pair of boots. Their one-of-a-kind boot trade-in program allows you to get the most boot for your buck. Trade in any brand towards a new or used pair of boots in their inventory. Just send a few pictures of your boots to them on Instagram or Facebook, mxboot.com, to get an instant trade-in value. And check this out. A full line of Alpine Stars are available featuring the Tech 10s, Tech 7s, and Youth Tech 7s in tons of colors and sizes. Make sure to follow mxboot.com on Instagram and Facebook to stay up to date with the latest news like limited edition drops, used inventory, and featured deals. Definitely hit up mxboot.com. We use them for all of our needs. So hit up mxboot.com for all your needs. That was fucking hard. What did you take away from Alex Martin's night at Oakland?
He looked pretty good all day. He didn't look like he was struggling or anything too bad, but I mean, fuck, dude, that's a lot of bike for him. It is. The Yamaha 450 is just, it looks gnarly with Tomac on it, let alone Alex. But, I mean, from what I could tell, it looked like he had a pretty good day. He blended in the mix, and I think he was just excited to get in the main after Anaheim. I think that really kind of fucked up his week.
Yeah, he's a guy, like, you expect him to get into the mains, and he looked good. I think he got, like, 12th. No, like, he was top 15.
Oh, he actually finished right in front or behind Hardenrath.
Yeah, he was.
So he actually rode really good.
He was top 15, and
yeah,
he was looking good out there. Like,
nowadays, a top 15's a
it's
pretty
so
solid
respectable.
statement.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, and he was handling the bike really well every time. Like, I watched him go through the whoops a couple times. Like, he was blitzing them, looking real good out there.
Yeah, I think Alex will improve as the season goes, but again, that's a lot of bike for him, and with the class being so stacked, it's right. It doesn't really put all the cards on his table.
Right. Well, and we even talked about that preseason. You're like, where do you see Alex Martin, this and that? And I was like, honestly, dude, like, it's no disrespect at all, but like, he should be in every main, but like, honestly, 15 to 20, like, maybe in the beginning. And like I said, I think, if he gets used, comfortable and progresses, maybe a top 10, which I still think is possible. But you were like, oh, really? Like, you don't maybe see him getting near the podium or anything. Dude, this class is so stacked.
Yeah.
He definitely looked like he pieced it a lot better from A1 to Oakland. He's looking.
Yeah, but I was impressed at Oakland. Like I said, he rode freaking great. And, I mean, if he's round 2 of 15th or whatever, like I said, I think he could probably creep in that top 10 by the end of the year. But it's just, dude, there's 10 dudes that can win. You know what I mean? So bridging that gap from 10 to 15 it's like the difference between freaking 4th and 3rd on the podium.
Yeah. Well, 2022 Supercross season should be pretty bitchin' from the first 2 rounds. I know I'm pretty stoked for it. Makes my pee-pee hard.
Wow.
That honestly, it takes a lot to get that thing hard too.
Yeah, that's
a
true.
lot.
But HDood, we appreciate you coming in, brother, and having a little Supercross chat talk with us. I'm thinking about maybe throwing up the race on that TV right there and just play by play it next time.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we'll even like post
live
some. What's that?
Like live stream it?
Yeah, maybe. Or we'll just like.
NBC will come for you.
Yeah, that's true. Or we'll,
as long as they're coming for me, I'm happy.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna do that.
Or maybe we'll just like replay it and just kind of
or just highlight it,
go over it. Yeah. Or I've even thought about like taking questions on Instagram and just like
that'd be cool,
answering them afterwards.
Yeah, we'll come up with a name for this segment too.
Yeah.
My last question: who do you guys got for San Diego?
Ooh, good question.
I know it sounds weird, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Tomac.
Yeah. Honestly,
he always does good at San Diego. His brother's in the Air Force, I believe, Military Appreciation Week. Like, I know it sounds weird, but there's just weird things that end up working out, and I feel like he always does good at SD.
Okay, how about 250s?
Would it be super cliche to say Christian Craig?
No.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. Christian's going to be out front,
every race.
But I think I'm going to say we're going to see a better Hunter Lawrence than the last 2 weeks.
I'd like to say I think Craig will likely win the 250 main again, but I think Shimoda's going to podium. He was in line to do that, and he looked good in his heat race, looked good in the main.
Mm-hmm.
Just unlucky things. 450s. Yeah, I'm going to go with Sexton. Chase Sexton.
Damn, that's what I was thinking that too. I could see Sexton doing good, but then again, I don't know. I have a weird feeling that Roxon could do good again, or also Cooper.
I don't want to backtrack, but on that Roxon subject, I don't know if he just like, it was kind of just one of those, this night fucking sucks, let's get through it, or if he was actually a little hurt in practice. He looked good. He looked good in the beginning of the main. He didn't look bad, but then he went down in the whoops again. But I'm curious if, because he got clipped when he crashed in the whoops. Whoever went by.
Chase.
Oh, it was Chase.
Yeah.
It looked like he kind of clipped him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So is Roxon going to be healthy in San Diego?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Yeah. I'm just going to fucking go random and go Cooper Webb.
Okay.
Just
That's a
because
good pick.
I could see him starting to come out strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to switch it up a little bit and say that I think this will be the race that something happens to Christian. Hopefully nothing bad, but I think something will come up and affect him winning.
Yeah, it's just he's had 2 great starts.
Exactly.
So,
Right, like
bad
maybe a
start.
bad start or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Something minor.
Or just carnage and some shit get in the way. I don't know. I don't see him winning San Diego, and I think either Hunter or a PC kid or maybe Marchbanks. I don't know. It's hard to fucking put one. I'll say Hunter. I think Hunter will probably win San Diego.
Very capable.
If hopefully all goes well with the weather and everything, but San Diego's always known to be a very soft terrain, rutted track. So if Garrett is feeling back to his normal self, I could definitely see him landing on the podium.
Solid. All right, boys. We will catch you next time. Fucking San Diego Supercross coming up. HDood will be out there with the photo camera. Maybe. if Feld will grant some access.
Let's see our boy Devin Raper in the fucking main event.
Yes, sir. And maybe shoot us some questions or give us some ideas of who you wanted to be chatted about. Who's out on the Supercross track?
Who you hate, who you love, just everything.
Who you think sucks? Who you think's sick?
Who do you think sucks? Who swallows?
All right, peace.
Later.